Oh, you guys are a bunch of fuckers. Not all of you, just some of you. 'Cause you know how to pull at me. So what am I talking about? Basically, the reason why everyone wants me to do the bad end, which still don't know which either of these two options is gonna give me the bad end, so we might get it anyway. And then there you go. Look, I'm really stubborn with this, at least with this series in terms of fucking endings. But apparently, the bad end has to do with, or has more information in terms of Kazuki. That's all I know about it. And you guys know I love that character. And you guys know that I want to find out what happened to her because I'm insane and I come up with all these theories. But again, that just depends on whatever we get. And you probably already know what I'm gonna pick because I told you guys last time what I'm gonna pick. I even thought about it a little more. I'm still gonna pick Runaway with Amane. So if that leads to bad ending, well, there you go. Hope you guys are fucking happy. If it leads to the good ending, hope you guys are still happy because it's a good ending. There you go. These aren't real. Okay. All I know about how the canon story actually works is that Yuji never gets too involved with the girls, but he still helps them out with their problems. So that's how that works. But yeah, so I'm gonna choose this ending, and if I get the good ending, awesome. If I get the bad ending, also awesome, I guess. But if not, I'll do the other one on my own time. Just because I don't know, it's just kind of it's kind of weird, like, for me to go seeking out a. It would make sense if I got the bad ending, right? But then got the good. Okay, here I'm changing the rules. I'm changing the rules right now. If I get a bad end, I'll go back for the good end. That's how it's gonna be from now on. If I go straight to the good end, that's what we're getting. That's what we're sticking with. Because I ain't no fucking person to go back for more bad ends. Okay? Despite it having to do with Kazuki, from what I was told, that's really all the vague information I got. I mean, of course I'll do it on my own time, but, well, you know what? Let's just see where this goes. I think I want to run away with Amane. Now, because I think Kasami Yuji, occupation student, is wrong on this one. I think maybe this will. I don't know. I really don't know what exactly my mind is thinking about it right now. I just think having Amane with us, who's like kind of more empowered now than before, and how she doesn't want to run away or, you know, whatever. I mean, we're still running away, but like, you know what I mean. I feel like she's becoming that stronger person, and with us by her side, it empowers her even further. That's just my logic, but who knows? My logic's stupid. Then again, I'm fucking awesome at figuring out this game, apparently. You know what? I'm gonna make a prediction. Whatever, if I think the bad end in terms of Kazuki tells me Kazuki's alive. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I'm just gonna throw out there. I mean, they're not gonna kill Kazuki. Let's be fucking frank here. But you know what? Fuck me. I've been babbling on for like 5 minutes. Let me click this decision and see if this is the better end or the good end. Oh boy, think I'm fucked. That's right. I can't leave her alone right now. Damn right, Yuji. All right, we'll run away together.
Yuji, arigato.
Oh, okay. It even makes me feel better. Dot 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 dot. Looking into Amane's face, I find myself growing strangely contemplative. It hasn't been long at all since we met, but somehow I feel like we've been together for many years already. It fucking feels like it. In that short time, I've gained many priceless things from her. For that very reason, the thought that I might fail to save her from this predicament is immensely frustrating. I bite my lower lip, a sudden physical rush of anger spreading hotly through my body.
ねえユージまた血がとりあえず怪我を
Dude, I'm Yuji. I can take, like, a shotgun and I could rip off my own arm and throw it away and be perfectly fine. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I glanced down at Amane's words. Okay, I read that weirdly for a second. Probably because I got myself pointlessly worked up. Fresh bloods begin to glow. Holy shit. If blood's glowing, that's bad. Begun to flow from my wounded shoulder, down to my right arm, dripping from my fingertips to stain the rocks below dusky red. The gunshot wound's problematic enough, but the blow to my head as I hit the ground must have been more severe than I'd initially realized. Without a determined effort to stay alert, the world before my eyes quickly starts to go dim. Oh, Jesus. Something salty and liquid begins to flow into my eyes. At first, I assume the pain's causing me to sweat heavily, but when I wipe it away with my hand, I discover my forehead has begun to bleed as well. Yup. Oh, Jesus. Break time's over. Get running, huh? The man's got no patience. Okay, keep on. Alright then, listen up, Amane. We're up Shit's Creek without a proverbial battle. To be frank, there's a good chance we're both gonna die here. Ready to stare down the Grim Reaper? No, you aren't. Thanks for trying, though. Human beings can't acclimatize themselves to the possibility of death as easily as that. The closer death grows, the more the mind flies to sentimentality and reminiscence. That's why when people are like, I ain't afraid to die, that's bullshit. Everyone's afraid to die. I don't even give a fuck, a flying fuck who you are. Everyone's afraid to die. In some teeny, eensy-weensy little respect, at least. Because then you're gone. When you die, you're gone. That's just a scary thought. You don't have to be the big man, or big woman, and be like, oh, I'm not afraid of death. Let him take me. It's bullshit. Remembering some friend from elementary school, you sniffle like a child, just looking up at the sky at twilight, tears flow down your face. It takes 3 full days of living with death for the paralysis to set in. Yes, paralysis is the only word for it. Death begins to take on meaning in its own right. It becomes the only thing that does matter. Sometimes, emotions utterly numbed, the survivors stagger into its clutches with a stupid smile on their faces. Might have been the wrong thing to ask of you. Fine, let's try this instead. I'm not a charitable enough guy to roll over and die when someone tries to kill me. I'll fight back every inch of the way, and if it comes down to it, I want the last words out of my mouth to be not yet. If you want to call yourself a woman, you're gonna have to do the same. If you're so prepared to die, you can do it fighting at my side. Got that?
いいよユージのためなら
Damn, you hear that fucking determination? Thanks. I know I'm a stubborn pain in the ass, but that's what you signed up for.
ユージ愛してるよ
I know. Stow it. Don't make me blush. I'll bleed out faster.
今すぐキスしたいけど後だよね
Yeah, let's do that later when I'm not covered in blood and we're not threatened by a crazy man with a shotgun who is the captain's father, who, by the way, she ain't people. Alright? Don't ask questions if you know the answer. Alright, let's run.
どこまでもね
She looks so happy for some reason. I get it. Oh my god, he's nuts. He's done. As he licked his lips dry from the tension of the hunt, Sakashita Kaiji stalked cautiously through the jungle in pursuit of his prey. Some 10 minutes ago, his fleeing targets had split up to run in different directions. After a moment's hesitation, he had decided to quietly chase Kazami Yuji, occupation student, his initial objective and the more problematic of the two, because I'm a badass. For some time, the boy had been blundering forward like a wounded beast, not even trying to conceal his flight. A crude sneer spread uncontrollably across Sakashida's face as he followed. Oh, he is so nuts.
下手くそめ。まだ鹿の方がマシな逃げ方をする。
Yeah, but a deer can't, like, beat the fuck out of you with my bare hand, because my other arm's fucked. Deer flee at full speed the instant they realize they're being targeted, and they won't stop until there's no longer the slightest sign of their pursuer. God, I hate that in video games. Even afterwards, they'll stand quietly on full alert for 30 minutes to an hour, cautiously ascertaining their safety. If the hunter gets tired of waiting and makes the slightest move, the deer will instantly take flight once more. Back to square one you go. The only thing to do is wait. Erase yourself. Melt into the forest. Become one with the forest. Clear all emotion from your mind. In time, the deer will decide the crisis has passed and begin to move out normally again. That precise instant is your best window of opportunity. Living things are never more vulnerable than in moments of relief. Of course, human beings are no exception. The moment your desperate flight finally brings you to safety, it's by far the most dangerous. This Kazami Yuji occupation student had piqued Sakashida's interest at first, but his flight had been clumsy, and for the last few minutes he'd shown no sign of movement whatsoever. Perhaps his endurance had simply reached its end.
風見雄二。少し買いかぶりすぎたか。
I feel like a lot of people have overestimated Kazami Yuji, occupation student. That morning, just after he'd called out to Kazami Yuji for the first time, Sakashida had momentarily felt his breath catch in his throat. Something about the man had set Sakashida's hair on end. It was a familiar feeling, the kind of tension he'd known when confronted by a large carnivore. Kazami Yuji's eyes were bottomlessly and disturbingly dark. In the set of his youthful, even boyish face, Sakashida thought he'd seen a hint of a powerful, unyielding will. And when those eyes flashed over him, they were very much the eyes of a beast appraising potential prey. Sakashida had seen such eyes before. His instructor at an overseas hunting school had looked at him the same way. That instructor had spent many years in the Marine Corps, participating in innumerable combat missions, a true soldier who fought many enemies and outlived them all. Just like me, I'm a badass. Until the vision of her right eye failed. It was said the instructor had been the greatest sniper even among the Marine elite. Those black glittering eyes had possessed true power, not the hollow threat of some city thug's leering glare. The raw menace of a beast's indifferent scrutiny. His knees had trembled at every glance. Kazami Yuji's eyes seemed to gleam with the same light that the genuine article Sakashida had known. When the shock passed, that fact had brought him something like joy. He'd finally found the thing that he'd been searching for. His goal for vengeance for his daughter. He had been searching for something to stand in his way. Your daughter was a bitch and I hate her. Damn. An effortless revenge would be meaningless. It would be no worthy tribute, no suitable final achievement, unless he was made to labor for it.
それがどうだ。もう諦めるのか。
But,
残念だよ。
by the way, I picked up on the Sakashida name so easily because I hate her so much. So I instantly knew that was her fucking last name. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even remember. I don't even know her first name. What the fuck was it? Chinchilla or something? I don't know. But Sakashida is what I remember. Because fuck her. Chinchilla. Isn't it like Chiaki or something? I don't fucking know. Chinchilla. What the fuck's wrong? I should be like more serious right now, but I'm like just hyper. I'm pumped. With a short sigh, Sakashida took another step forward, slowly approaching his immobile target. Of course, this movement was executed with perfect stealth. He couldn't afford to be careless yet. There was still a chance this was some form of a trap. Squinting in the dim light that filtered through the canopy above, Sakashida cautiously observed the ground ahead. Scattered drops of Kazami Yuji's blood formed a trail forward into the bush. No obvious traps, but there was no telling what that wounded beast was capable of. A lot. Surely a man with eyes like that wouldn't give up so easily. But in retrospect, there were many things about Kazami Yuji, occupation student, he didn't understand. How could a boy like that, still virtually a child, have acquired such impenetrably dark eyes? You don't know my past. Since he was in Mahama Academy, a box made to keep the sick daughters of wealthy men discreetly out of sight, he must have some unique circumstances. But Sakashida's investigations had yielded little in the way of answers. Because I'm fucking like wiped off the face of the planet. The moment his informant had told him so Amane was in the relationship with a man, he had gathered all the information he could. None of it was particularly revealing. Kazami Yuji, precise personal history unknown. After an extended period studying overseas, he had transferred to Mahama Academy only months before as a specially invited international scholarship student. He might not even be Japanese. In fact, Sakashida's face-to-face meeting with the man had left him with just such an impression. Kazami Yuji had spoken without the habitual slang and warped tone you'd expect from the youngsters these days. His words had been oddly stiff and formal, almost like a foreigner who'd learned Japanese from a textbook. And somehow, the way the boy held himself simply didn't feel typically Japanese. Even his build was unusual. He clearly trained his body intensely, but in a way utterly removed from the bodybuilder's quest for inflated masses of decorated muscle. Kazami Yuji was lean, sinewy, and as if forged for a specific purpose. I was molded in the green slime, okay? As Sakashida's thoughts rolled uneasily through his litany of incompatibility, or not his, this, something like an answer suddenly popped into his head. An agent from the north? He'd heard something about a school there that existed to produce killers. After enduring severe training from a young age, it was said those students, quote, quote, who survived, well, you know, maybe they survived, satisfied their standards, would be sent off to foreign countries. He had no idea whether there was any truth to that story, but applied to Kazami Yuji occupation student, it felt shockingly consistent. Even that strangely firm and erect bearing, so completely out of place in a modern youth, would be entirely understandable as a military deportment. Hold on. I know we're talking about Yuji right now, but something popped into my head. Remember? Of course you remember. Yeah, remember when we found his daughter and the teacher guy fucking in the forest, surrounded by dead bodies, or surrounded by the parts of previously live people? Was that scene like just straight up cut from the all ages version, or what? Because I feel like that's a pretty big like reveal that can't be cut out, right? I don't know. That just seemed kind of... my mind just thinks about things sometimes. I was just like... And since we're dealing with her dad, I was just like... How do you even... How? That scene is so important that it's just like, if you cut that out, what does that mean? Anyway, come to think of it, Sakashida's father had been no different. Men who have spent time in the military are permanently left with a different set to their face. Even their way of thinking is transformed. No matter what the situation, they're always simultaneously considering the best and worst case scenario. A soldier, or perhaps a civilian and military employee, a contractor? When his thoughts progressed this far, Sakashida drew to a halt. Oh, you about to die, boy. This is a trap. All of a sudden, Sakashida felt very nearly convinced of that. He stared cautiously through the trees at Kazami Yuji's white uniform, some 30 meters ahead. Sakashida Kaiji was aware that he suffered from a mild case of night blindness, although it had no effect on his daily life. Recently, his astigmatism had been progressing as well. When the light grew poor, he had significantly difficult time making out the exact shape of distant objects. Ooh, boy. In the dim, gloomy forest where the treetops intercepted most of the sun's light, he could clearly make out the small white school uniform on Kazami Yuji's back, but there was a possibility the boy was making use of that sharp contrast to deceive him. Once a thought occurred to him, it started to look almost like the jacket had simply been draped over a suitable tree branch. God damn it. Cursing silently to himself, Sakashida lifted his shotgun to his hip once more. His anxiety and nervous tension rendered his movements somewhat sloppy, and the gun rattled in his hand as he brought it to bear. 30 meters ahead, the uniformed figure flinched in surprise and turned in his direction. Just my mind playing tricks on me. Nothing but a child after all. Lightly exhaling in relief, Sakshita took one step forward toward the white uniform. In that instant, you just let your guard down, didn't you? Got him! Ooh! His face contorted with agitation and fright. Sakshita spun around toward to the voice, swinging his gun up to his chest, but there was no one behind him. Wrong way. And once again, the voice was behind him. Oh man. Sakshita wheeled around a second time, only to find himself facing a large flat boulder, realizing the boy had thrown his voice off the wall of stone. He ground his teeth in frustration.
どこだ?
Oh, this has to be the good end, right? Because we're gonna, like, destroy him. Right? We're about to be a badass. God, that fucking sound makes it sound like we're cracking his fucking neck. Swinging from side to side, his gun and eye moving are one. Sakshita searched frantically for the source of the voice. Like I said, wrong way.
ふざけるな! 出てこい!
I ain't going nowhere. The instant Sakshita screamed those words, he heard a bush rustle with movement a few meters behind.
そこか!
God, stop making that noise. But rather than Kazami Yuji, his eyes and the muzzle of his gun found something else entirely. A long tree branch curved back like a tightly drawn bow. Oh. BAM! Right in the kisser! The branch instantly whipped forward into Sakshita's face. A split second after he squeezed his eyelids shut, the rough wooden bow stuck him both across his eyes. White stars exploding across his field of vision, Sakshita staggered backward, utterly blind. Oh shit. By the time the thought ran through his mind, it was already too late. His arm was jerked up behind him, an unseen hand twisted the lever of his gun sharply upward, and the brake action barrel swung open. I told you that was the wrong way, you know. He wasn't lying. The voice was behind Sakshita again, but this time he felt warm breath on his ear. This can't be happening. His ears ringing, frantic, terrified, Sakshita tried to turn toward his enemy, but just as his head began to rotate, a hand reached out from behind and firmly seized him by the face. 4 fingers sunk down into his eyeball as if to gouge out of his socket, disabling any attempt at escape. You deserve it. You wanna know how many sack of shit jokes I heard last episode? Jesus Christ. Now you know why his name is Sakashita. Sack of shit? Get it? You fucking get it? I get it! Oh, I'm just kidding, you guys are a hoot. As the long middle finger of Kazami Yuji's hand dug savagely into his right eye, Sakashita Kaiji shrieked in agony and horror. What kind of monster is he? I'm a fucking beast. The instant that thought ran through Sakashita's mind, a heavy kick to the back of his knee sent him sprawling forward. His head yanked back against the momentum of his body, came to rest defensively against Kazami Yuji's chest, chin up and throat utterly exposed. He's gonna kill me! Sakashita's hand, still holding his gun, was pinned against his back. His shoulder and elbow screamed with pain, bones audibly creaking. His weak hand, and only possible means of fighting back, was desperately clutching at Yuji's wrist in an attempt to keep his eyeball in his socket. He was completely powerless. If the man behind him stabbed his throat with a sharp branch, let alone a knife, he would simply die. I don't know if we're actually... I mean, we might kill him. Maybe we'll go to the authorities on this one. I don't know. Even as he screamed the word, Sakashita knew it was a laughable, hypocritical request. He knew this man wasn't about to stop anytime soon, no matter how nicely he asked. But if it would distract Kazami Yuji from inflicting pain on him for even the briefest of moments, any words would do. Define agent from the north. Sorry, not quite. The same dispassionate whisper as always. Under these circumstances, it sounded so pitiless and so cruel that Sakashita involuntarily swallowed all the saliva in his mouth. As the warm liquid made its way down Sakashita's throat, his utterly exposed Adam's apple bobbed violently up and down. Close, though. Everyone always gets very close.
私を殺す気か
What, you think I'd hesitate? Pfft, unfortunately for you, I'm used to petricide. Especially when it comes to worthless scum-sucking fathers like you.
くそどうしてこんなことに
Very simple, Mr. Sakashita. You only know how to kill prey that doesn't fight back. You picked a fight with someone who only knows how to kill human beings. Here's a tip. If you want to kill a human being, you need to go unprepared for the possibility you'll be killed instead.
しかし
Hit him right in the... Rip out his Adam's apple! Oh, shut the hell up already. Wham! Oh my god. Well... As Sakashita collapsed to the ground, I let out a brief sigh, then crouched down to strip him of his shunning shotgun and equipment. Using nylon rope and packing tape I find in his backpack, I quickly restrain him.
終わったの
Like how fucking... Amane. Yeah, somehow or another. Amane tentatively draws near, taking in the scene. Accepting my school uniform from her outstretched hand, I gingerly slip it back on. Yeah, I figured it was her. Staring down at Sakashita's limp, tightly bound body, Amane furrows her brow anxiously.
殺しちゃったの
Nah, he's fine. Why the hell would I bother tying up a dead man? He's alive.
そうならよかった
Is it? You do remember who we're talking about here, right?
相手が誰であってももう人が死ぬのは嫌だから
I think Amane's seen enough death for her lifetime. Well, that's understandable. I have no intention of adding another layer to Amane's trauma. That happens to be the main reason this man's still breathing. It's all good in retrospect since it worked out, but to be honest, that was one hell of a tight scrape.
そうだよ私だって怖かったし痛かったしうまくいってくれなきゃ泣くとこだよ
You were gonna throw a temper tantrum right here, right fucking now? God damn it. Pouting, Amane holds a hand back to the back of her head. We devised the plan on the run. Trap using a tree branch to momentarily rob Sakashita of his vision, and what made it possible was, in fact, Amane's own hair. Oh! With no weapon on hand, we had to devise our own. And as we ran, those long, healthy locks quickly caught my attention. On average, her hairs were a full 220 centimeters long. By tying many strands together, we could use them as a substitute trap wires. Oh my god. At first, Amane clapped her hands happily, saying something about finally finding a practical application of digital communication, but after having nearly 30 strands of hair yanked out of her scalp, she was half crying from intense pain. Don't be mad, alright? I'm grateful. You were pretty damn near perfect back there. Near perfect. Squatting down in the darkness in my uniform to lure Sakashita into the open, she'd manipulated the strand of wire in her hand to provide the crucial distraction with impeccable timing. There might have been 30 meters between them, but she was still at gunpoint. Her composure was nothing short of remarkable under the circumstances. Seriously. Well done, Amane. This strategy couldn't have succeeded without you. You're getting an official commendation. Everyone clap for Amane. She done did it. Amane smiles as I drop my hand on her head and gently scratch her scalp, her cheeks flushing pink. Kind of feels like petting a smart, overgrown puppy that came back with the tennis ball in its mouth.
ねえもう終わったんだよね
Yeah, and we are never coming back here ever again. My only response to Amane's question is a furrowed brow. I've seen this expression before. It's the third kind of face a woman can show you. Not the face of a woman you can kiss. Not the face of a woman you can't kiss. This is this so-called special case expression. Staring blankly at the expectant, almost demanding face, I suddenly feel very, very tired. Not yet. An expedition isn't over until you reach your front door. Save it for when we get back.
もうユージ
He just walks off. We're going home. I'm exhausted. Exhausted.
もう
Get your ass on the run. Come on, let's go. And passively allowing Amane's disgruntled mutterings to roll over my back, aching back, I lead her down the mountain. Takashida's father we leave on the spot. Trust like a turkey. Once my cell phone finally picks up a signal, I give JB a call and push everything on her. Naturally, that shaggy-headed dork doesn't take the news well. It takes a good deal of patient effort to explain the situation, and I end up sentenced to present myself at headquarters for an oral hearing and delivery of a detailed written report, and I hate reports. The gunshot wounds on my back are painful enough, but now I've got a pain in the ass to deal with as well. At least we didn't have to rip our arm off this time. Oof. Fucking remember last time? We got our arm shot off, literally hanging by like barely any skin, so he just threw it away in like the fucking trash. No, what did he do with it? Oh shit. He didn't throw it. I distinctly remember him saying he didn't do that because he didn't want someone to open it and freak the fuck out. Oh, we totally got the good ending, boys and girls. Woo! Alright, well. I mean, so much for finding the any Kazuki shit, but you know, that's why the bad ending exists, I guess, because since it has to deal with Kazuki, which is really weird. Why would you put that in a bad ending? I'm just assuming this is still the good ending. I'm assuming it is. Watching later, it's like, oh no, you fucked, but we like left. I assume it has to we while separated or something, we find something she left behind, signaling that she's like still alive or something, but something probably really bad happens. I don't fucking know. I'll find out when I fucking do that other decision, see what happens, but we're not even done with this one. So 1 week after the incident, the wounds on my back have mostly stopped aching. My right arm, still supported by a thick sling hanging around my neck. I paid a visit to JB's office at company headquarters to offer my formal explanation. Crap.
また面倒な仕事を増やしてくれたわね
That's what you get when you have the best agent ever! Yeah, you have my sincerest apologies.
あんたってはいっつもそう朝子もそうだった
We're literally like the same person! Guess it comes with being I-9029. Might as well just resign yourself to your fate.
何よ偉そうにだいたいそんな怪我までして電話では聞いてなかったわよ
Hey, I got shot in the back. I realized it just a little too late. Figured I'd save that for the formal report. What, were you worried or something? Come on.
うぬぼれるんじゃないわよあなたの体や命はあなたのものじゃないのよ大事な国の資産なの分かってる
I get it, but I don't want to. Yeah, I understand.
とも分かってないじゃないのよどれだけ心配したと思ってるの
So you were worried. See, there you go. What, you were worried after all?
してないわよ私はその国防装置としてのあなたの損壊を心配してたっていうか
What the fuck's wrong with you, JB? You're so full of it.
うるさいぐちゃぐちゃ言わないのなんなのよもう
I like when she gets so flustered, it's actually kind of cute. Is it just me, or has JB been veering dangerously close to mature territory lately? Maybe it really does come with the hair color. Oh god. So what happened to that Sakashita man afterward?
あら今朝の新聞読んでないの
I don't read newspapers anymore. I spent the morning flirting with Amane, so... Unfortunately not.
坂下刑事 死んだわよ。
Oh, well, fucking good riddance. Wipe that family off the face of the planet. Dead?
ええ、収容された病院の屋上から飛び降り自殺したらしいわね。新聞にはそう書いてあったし、今朝のニュース番組やワイドショーでもそう言っているわ。
Oof, imagine being a person walking along, just enjoying their day, walking past the hospital, and all of a sudden just, I'd be freaking the fuck out, no lie. Suicide?
自殺の原因は不明ってことになっているけど、おそらくは娘の死をきっかけとした転落人生を苦にといったところじゃないかしらね。
And then he failed to do the one thing that he had a purpose for at this point. So, yeah. If he was the sort to kill himself, I'm pretty sure the incident we're here to discuss never would have taken place.
今回の事件？何？それ。
Ah, I see what... You covered it up?
事件なんて起きてもいないし、坂下氏は人生を儚んでの自殺。それが全てよ。
Did you give him a push?
いやーねー、人聞きの悪い。
Just JB behind him, just... When your voice gets all high-pitched like that, there's always something ugly going behind the scenes.
一応ね、他にも思いついたんだけどね。娘が死んで生きる目標と理性を失った坂下氏は、猟銃を手にして無差別に学生を襲い始めるの。
I mean, that is exactly what kind of happened.
街中で猟銃を持った坂下氏が「なんで生きてんだお前もお前も!」とか叫びながら通り魔的に猟銃を乱射しているところをサットに射殺されて決着がつく。
That's a little... I feel like that's a little less believable because where would all those other people have been dead? Or,
どう？
pretty bad. It's pretty macabre imagination you got there. Even in the best case scenario, there would have been heavy casualties and mass media attention.
でしょ？だから彼は自殺したのよ。今は大事件で国民の目をそらせるような政治問題もないしね。地味な粉飾で終わらせたってわけ。わかる？
Works for me! Scot free! Me free! I'll pretend it is.
はい、お利口さん。
And you say I'm full of myself. Can I leave now?
結構よ。なに？そんなにあまねちゃんが恋しいの？
Oh, I always miss that big-breasted woman. Looking at your hair too long makes me makes my eyes sting.
金髪は嫌いじゃないくせに。
Depends on the woman it's growing on. Alright then, I'll be going.
あ、ユージ、ちょっと待って。
I don't wanna. You need something else.
前にあなたが言ってた予備社員の件だけど、条件付きで OK が出たわよ。
Okay, alright. Conditional, is it?
そう、条件。今のままではダメだけれど、昇級試験を受けて合格すれば OK よ。
That's not a problem because I'm a UG occupation student, alright? Head office examinations or Japanese branch examinations?
両方。いつまでも特務伍長ではいられないでしょ。少尉になったら予備士官に登録してあげる。
God. You're telling me to go back to school yet again?
自宅から通えるように手配はしてあげるわよ。
God. What a pain in the ass.
あなたの強制任期はまだ1年半もあるわ。ゆっくり考えなさいな。
Right. My current rank is 5th from the bottom of the table, and she's telling me to jump another 5. If it was just HQ's exams, it'd be absurd enough, but demanding I also pass the Japanese test for every rank is downright sadistic. If I keep working the way I am now, it'll take a decade of serious effort to hit that rank. Even if I renew my contract and accept this training course, I can see it ending in less than 7 years. Talk about delayed gratification. Ugh. So that's how it is.
つまりなんだろう、専門の学校に通うわけ？
Something like that. Probably, yeah.
じゃあ転校しちゃうの？
Feels bad, man. Nah, I'd be starting the new school in like 1.5 years. In other words, after my graduation.
あ、すぐじゃないんだ。
Nah, we're good. That's right. After graduating from here, I'll be going to a new school for about 7 years, I'd guess. Yeah, I mind holding off on marriage until after that. Well, of course you mind. Yeah, stupid question.
ユージが待ってろって言うなら待つよ。
Okay. Oh, you're just a good dog, aren't you? Nah, that won't be necessary. I'll talk it over with the higher-ups. There are restrictions on marriage as well, but once my field term is over, things should ease up slightly. I doubt it'll be a problem.
本当？じゃあユージがここを卒業したら結婚してくれるの？
Well, do monkeys fly? Of course I'll marry you! Got that backward, Amane. I'm the one asking you. Please marry me. Ooh!
わかった、する、結婚する。
Got him! Everything's coming up Millhouse. Well, it's going to be a little while yet, but thanks. We'll make this work.
任せて。じゃあ私はユージより1年早く卒業するから、その間に自分の仕事見つけておくよ。
Oh, I like that. I like that. A job? Why?
だってユージは卒業してもまた学生になるんでしょ？だったら私が稼いで食べさせてあげる。
Some nice, delicious food. Well, even as a student, I'll be earning 160,600 yen monthly stipend with a bonus twice a year. And from what JB tells me, the head office covers a certain percentage of housing costs and other living expenses, including an additional allowance for married employees. So there we go!
じゃあ私は専業主婦になればいいのかな？
You're damn right you could be a full-time housewife. Let's fucking do this! If you want to work, I won't stop you. Shouldn't really be necessary. Shouldn't really be necessary, though.
じゃあ子育てに専念できるね。赤ちゃんの靴下を編む練習でも始めようかな。
You probably should. You might be pregnant right now. I don't fucking know. After all the times we done the diddly. I think you're jumping the gun a bit on that one. Yep. Jumping the gun a bit, still a ways off. Those thoughts proved surprisingly transient. Time always passes more quickly than you expect. All too quickly. Half a year has passed, and Amane graduated from Mihama Academy. There we go. That said, she immediately rented an apartment within walking distance of the school, so I didn't exactly have to go out of my way to see her. Nice. In fact, she made a routine of coming to the student dorm every morning, making breakfast for me and Makina, and passing us our lunch boxes. In the evening, we'd eat at dinner at Amane's apartment. Everything's all Millhoused. This pattern held for maybe a month or so. Soon enough, Makina grew irritated with the effort of walking between the dorm and Amane's building. After renting the room next door, Makina presented the school with an application demanding special permission to commute under the pretense of ensuring a secure living environment. Somehow she forced Chizuru to sign off on it. Somehow. Next door neighbors might not sound too bad, but in reality, Makina was soon virtually squatting in Amane's room again, just as they'd been in the dorm together. That's kind of cute. Another year after that, this time it was my turn to graduate. And as planned, for some time, I entered a special technical school specified by headquarters. In addition to the monthly written exams, my new student life involved irregular, sometimes completely unannounced physical fitness tests, often amounting to something like a very rigorous and painful game of musical chairs. At first, I was living in Amane's room and commuting, but the daily travel on top of the grueling training proved too much. I rented a room near my new school's campus and returned to Amane on the weekends, a pattern that held for some time. But after about 2 years of this temporary solution, Makina finally chirped, "When are you gonna get married already?" Startled, Amane and I looked at each other's faces. Having reached the mutual conclusion that it was all. In fact, about the time we got around to that, we were married soon thereafter, finally fulfilling our promise to each other. Fucking sweet! And not long ago after that, 5 years after my graduation from Mahama, after various trials and tribulations, I cleared the last of my required exams well ahead of schedule by virtue of my superb grades. At long last, I entered the permanent reserve, gaining a degree of freedom. For my day job, I chose to become a teacher at my alma mater, Mahama Academy. I know what that means. Trust me. Hey, need a gym teacher or something? It'd been I was literally about to say it'd been jokes. What does that mean? It'd been years since we talked about this, and I asked half as a joke. But here I am, ready to teach a new crop of Mahama students their English. You know, life works in mysterious ways, as they say. Fucking, this is the first time we've heard Makina's voice in years. Makina, I love you! We all love you, Makina. Yeah, life is just full of mysteries. For example, why is Makina still a student here? That's probably number 1 on my list at the moment. What the fuck, Makina? Okay, why is she still in Mahama?
あれ知らなかったのあの子、今年で8年生だよ。でも、来年は留年できないから、いよいよ卒業かな
Are you fucking serious, Makina? From what Amane tells me, Makina repeated her grade 7 times in a row, ending up something of a super freshman. By all rights, her age should be a serious problem, but Makina was so childish to begin with. Even now, it feels like her appearance had just caught up with the other girls. Oh my god.
ボバ太郎の音だね。マキナ帰ってきたかな
Oh. She poached Babataro off you?
あはまあね。私はもう乗らないし、マキナに免許取ったらあげるって言ったら、本当に免許取ってきちゃったんだもの。
Oh, Makina's growing up! Even though she's fucking repeated the same grade 8 years or 7 years in a fucking row! Just fucking barging in because you're squatting.
おかえり、マキナ。外から帰ったらまずは手を洗いなさい。おやつはそれからよ。
Straight up, mom. Yes. There's a reason Amane stopped riding her bike. Oh. Specifically because she's given birth to a child that's baby! There's a baby! Naturally, I had a hand in this. God, I... Get your fucking... That's my baby!
こらこら、嘘を教えるな嘘を。っていうかあんた、落とさないでよ。
I don't think Makina's gonna fucking drop the baby. Oh no, don't drop the baby!
大丈夫だってば。私だって昔の私とは違うのよさ。
I still think you're fucking klutz.
そう言いつつ、この前その子を肩車してて、天井の鴨居に頭をぶつけたの誰よ。
Oof. Makina, don't touch the baby.
私か。そうか、ごめんな。でも女の子はちっとぐれ頭悪い方がモテるんだぜ。
My little girl grows up to be an idiot, I'll blame you for dropping on her head or spending too much time with you. And by dropping on her head, I mean smashing her head up against the ceiling. Don't be ridiculous. Women are all about cooking. As long as she can make a decent meal, even a bit of an ugly girl won't have any trouble finding a man to bring home the bacon. I love bacon!
大丈夫なのよさ。だってアマネーの子なのよ。絶対お料理の上手な子に育つのよ。
Oh yeah. That's a guarantee right there.
あのさ、その子まだ3ヶ月だよ。どんな子になるかなんてわからないわよ。
She'll be a beauty.
リッチになる。 ビッチにはなりません。
Oh, Machina! Never change, alright? Every moment with Machina is just a fucking gem.
そいつはどうかな。アマネーのエロ遺伝子が組み込まれているのよ。きっとどうしようもないスケベ女に育つのよさ。ねえお兄ちゃん、もしこの子が突然ろくでもない男を連れてきて、この人と結婚するって言い出したらどうする？
I'll kill him. Tell her to find a new boy toy. The hell are you talking about? There's only one thing to do. Rip off my shirt and yell, "Alright, bring it on, punk!"
それじゃうちのお父さんと同じじゃん。
Right. I beat the living hell out of your dad fair and square. A bride is something you win, not something you're given.
おかげでお父さん、腰を悪くして3日ぐらいお店休んだんだよ。
Damn! Fucked him up that bad? He's the one who ignored your mother's approval and started shouting, "If you want Amane, you'll have to take her over my dead body." Sometimes words just aren't enough.
ほんじゃ、もしこの娘を嫁にもらいに来たアホがいたらぶっ飛ばすの？相手がアラブの石油王でも？
I don't know then. Well, I don't care what he does for a job as long as he can protect my daughter no matter what. If you call yourself a man, then defend your woman with your life. If you can't promise that, go the hell home. No, if a spineless idiot like that has the nerve to even show up, I'll friggin' kill him. For real. And I haven't killed in like 5 years.
殺すなよ。っていうか、あんたに勝てる男なんているの？それに、その子が好きだって言うなら、それでいいじゃない。
No one can beat me in a fight. You're already turning into the classic overindulgent mother, you know that? But I guess you have a point this time. I wouldn't completely ignore my daughter's opinion on the matter. If she asked for my blessing, I'd ask her a question right back. Would you throw away your life for this man? And if after a day passes her opinion still hasn't changed, I guess I might be able to sorrowfully approve the marriage. Possibly. Probably. Maybe.
なんだその曖昧な後半。
I'm not. What's so funny?
なんか幸せだなってさ。ただそう思っただけ。
This entire like ending is bringing a smile on my face. I see. That's adorable.
そう、すっごく幸せ。あんなことがあった私がこんなに幸せでいいんだろうか。そんな不安に時々襲われる。それでもこの人と一緒なら、ユウジと一緒なら、きっといつか私の罪や罰が許される日が来る。そんな予感がするの。
We did it. Oh, where am I?
やがて牧野も学園を卒業し、私たちの部屋から出ていくことになった。
About fucking time, Maka.
卒業後はドイツにある美術の学校に留学するとのことで、当分日本へは帰ってこないらしい。
You do you, Machina. Remember we miss you.
いたらいたでうるさい子だけれど、いざいなくなるとなんだか自分の娘が出て行ったみたいで少し寂しい。美浜で仕事をしながら予備社員の仕事を続けていたユウジも、ここ最近はめったに呼び出されなくなり、年に数日間の教官としての仕事をするだけになっていた。そんな予備社員の仕事もあと1年もすれば引退の時期らしい。
Oh, thank God.
結婚して20年。結局私はこの年になるまでユウジがどこの会社で何の仕事をしていたのかを知らないでいる。 別に知りたいとも思わないし、ユージは私との約束通りいつも無事に帰ってきてくれた。
See, that's all that matters. If I come home, we're good.
だったらそれでいい。それ以上は贅沢というものだ。ただユージは夜中に苦しげな声を上げて目を覚ますことがたびたびあって、それだけが少し気がかりだった。声をかければ何でもないとだけ答えるユージに無力感だけが残った。
I don't like the sound of that.
そして気がつけばもう40年。
Oh my god. 40 years! Jesus.
私たちの娘も結婚し、来年には孫が生まれてくるという。私ももうすっかりおばあちゃんだけれど、相変わらずユージと共に穏やかな老後というものをそれなりに満喫している。年とともにいろいろなものが穏やかになってきたのだろう。時間の流れさえ穏やかに感じられるようになり、そしてユージは夜中に苦しげな声を上げて何度も目を覚ますことがなくなった。隣の布団で穏やかな顔で眠るユージを見て、ああ、この人の戦争はやっと終わったのだと、やっと地獄から帰ってくることができたのだと安心もした。そんな穏やかで静かな日々から半年後、ユージにガンが見つかった。
Oh, now I'm sad.
痛くても苦しくても我慢してしまうユージのこと、発見した時にはすでに手遅れで、余命は5ヶ月と診断された。それでも私たちの生活に大きな変化はなかった。当たり前に生き、当たり前の毎日を送り、また当たり前の今日が来る。余命5ヶ月と診断されていたユージは、まるで計算していたかのように5ヶ月目の日曜日の朝、私たち家族に見取られて奇跡に入った。ユージも死んで、ただ一人残された私は、ユージが死に際に残した「まだお前の罰は終わらないぞ」との言葉を守り続け、
Your punishment isn't over yet.
その後も「ありがとう」を言い続ける余生を送る。ユージを失った生活も思ったほど寂しくはなかった。目を閉じればユージと過ごした思い出が走馬灯のようにいくつも思い出すことができる。ユージとは何度も喧嘩はしたけれど、思い返せば全てが楽しい思い出で、出した食事に一度も文句を言われたことがないのが私の誇りだった。
We never complain about a meal.
と私ももう長くはないだろう。もう思い残すこともあまりないけれど、いつでもまたすぐに会えると思えば、少しぐらいは待たせても構わないだろう。私は相変わらずそういうところで少しだけユージには意地悪なのだ。 ユージが死んで5年目の夏。数えてみれば、あの人と出会ってから50回目の夏になる。
Why is this like section here like it's in time or something?
東京で暮らす娘夫婦が一番下の子を連れて帰省した。久しぶりに見た孫の顔は幼い頃の私によく似ているような気がする。この子が生まれた時、ユージもなんだかお前に似ているなと言っていたっけ。きっと今年が最後の夏になる。そんな予感がしていた私は、義理の息子が運転する車の後部座席に乗って夏休みの旅行に出かけた。向かった先は、私が事故に遭って生き残った樹海が見下ろせる公園。私の唯一の心残りといえば、風見和樹が私のために残したあの荷物だけだった。ここはあの頃とあまり変わらない。もうここを訪れる人もあまりいないのだろう。現場へと続く山道はすっかりと荒れ果て、老いた私の足腰ではとてもではないけれど登っていけるような道ではなかった。入山を諦めた私は、日の当たる場所に置かれたバス停のベンチに腰掛け、現場に向かって手を合わせる。目を閉じれば、まだあの頃のバスケ部の仲間たちの顔を思い出す。思い出す顔の一つ一つは、今でも苦痛に歪み、怒りや悲しみをたたえている。みんなごめんなさい。そしてありがとう。こんなに長生きしてしまった私はいつになったら許されるのだろう。もう私に罰を与えてくれるユージはいないというのに。ねえ和樹、私どうしよう。私一人じゃ答えが出せないよ。
I bet Kazuki's still alive, even right now. Even right now. Oh.
ねえおばあちゃん。
Oh, she is like a little Amane. Suzune!
ん？なーに？
私のおじいちゃんってどんな人だったの？
Oh, let me tell you a story about his escapades.
そっか。おじいちゃんが死んだ時、あんたはまだ小さかったからね。でもどうして急に？
なんかね、おばあちゃんが元気ないみたいだから、おじいちゃんの話をしてきなさいってママが言ったの。
Alright.
相変わらずだね、あの子も。変に気が回って不器用に優しいところは、あの子はおじいちゃんに似たのかもしれないね。
おじいちゃんは優しい人だった？
Eh.
そうね。そしてとても臆病で 勇敢な人だった。
臆病で勇敢？
Hope I'm not the only one having tears during this like entire fucking epilogue, I guess.
臆病というよりは何事にも慎重で何でもよく考えて行動する人だった。そしてどんなに困難な状況であっても誰もが諦めてしまうようなことに直面しようとも何クソと立ち上がる勇気を持っていた人だったわね。覚えてないあんたに言ってもピンとこないか。
時々むちゃくちゃを言うけど優しいおじいちゃんだったのは覚えてるよ。
I imagine Yuji when he's like really old being like the literal grizzled old fucking veteran guy. That's literally how I picture him.
そっか。
おじいちゃんが死んじゃって寂しい？
どうだろうね。実はそれほどでもないけれど、やっぱりどこかで寂しいと思っているのかもね。でもきっと私にももうすぐお迎えが来て、またおじいちゃんに会えるよ。若い頃は死ぬのがあんなに怖かったのに、今はあんまり怖くないしね。
おばあちゃんは死ぬの怖くないの？
怖くはないけれど少し寂しいかな。
I feel like the only time it's okay to say that you're not afraid of dying is when you're like you're old and you think you've done everything you could in your life, so you're just like, you know what, I'm good.
寂しいって何が？
そうね、私はきっと地獄へ行くんじゃないかなって、そんな風に思うの。そこには多分知り合いはいなくて、だからそれが少し寂しい。
Shit, if you're going to hell, Yuji's already there.
まあそれは大丈夫じゃないかな。5年間悪いことをしなかったら天国へ行けるんだって前におじいちゃんが言ってたよ。
Classic Yuji. Oh man.
そんな運転免許じゃあるまいし。っていうか、あんたそれ何を手に持ってるの？
これお守りだよ。昔ね、おじいちゃんの病院にお見舞いに行った時にもらったの。これね、どんな危機的状況でもこれを持っていれば必ず守ってくれるんだって。すっげえ効果あるからお前にやるっておじいちゃんがくれた。
あの人まだそんなもの持ってたんだ。懐かしくもその小さな犬のぬいぐるみは昔まだ私たちが学生だった頃あの人に持たせたものだ。ところどころがほつれてはいても何度も修繕した跡がある。こんな子供じみたお守りをずっと大事にしてくれていたのかと思うと涙が出そうになる。
Here, take this kid. He'll protect you forever.
それと同時にこの子はそのぬいぐるみの中に私の毛が入っていることを知らないのだと思えば おかしくもなる。
Was gonna bring it up, but yeah.
さすがにもうボロボロだね。なんだか嫌な凄みが出てる感じ。
だから効き目がありそうなんじゃない？おじいちゃんはこのワンちゃんに何度も命を救われたって言ってたよ。
そんな話私には一度もしてくれなかったけどな。
しまった、恥ずかしいからおばあちゃんには黙ってろって言われたの忘れてた。
Too late for that.
あの人らしいというかなんというか。
Ah, motherfucker, I wasn't supposed to tell you.
そうだ、おばあちゃんにワンちゃんのお礼するのも忘れてた。
お礼？
おじいちゃんがね、幸運の犬っころをやるからおばあちゃんにお礼をしろって言っててね。
Fucking Yuji being like the wisdom fucking crazy old still awesome man.
ちょっと待ってね、確かね、いつか渡そうと思ってお財布の中に入れておいたはずなんだけど、
You have a wallet? I didn't have a wallet at your age. God damn it.
なんだろう、何をくれるの？
あった、はいこれ、おばあちゃんにあげる。
It's even right there.
それは？
これはね、天国行きのチケット。
Is that how it works?
天国行きの。
そう、これさえあれば天国行き間違いなし。
Well, you don't. That means you're not going to hell. We're good.
ありがとう。おそらくは落書き帳の切れ端だろう。長方形の画用紙にはクレヨンでお花や動物の絵が描かれ、あまり上手とは言えない文字が書かれている。年をとって老眼がだいぶ進行した私の目にも、そこにははっきりと天国行きと書かれているのが見て取れた。私は天国へ行ってもいいのかな。
Oh, you'd be a perfect fit for heaven. It's fine.
どうして行ったらいけないの？おじいちゃんも待ってるよ。
Or hell, whichever. Take your pick.
そうなんだけどね。
大丈夫、きっともうみんな許してくれるよ。だっておばあちゃんはいい人だもの。
See? You're a good person. You always have been.
そうかな。
そうだよ、私おばあちゃんがいてくれて嬉しいもん。ね、おばあちゃん、私のおばあちゃんでいてくれてありがとうね。
No.
その言葉が嬉しくて。
I'm glad she's reading it, because I wouldn't be able to right now.
上手にありがとうが言える子に育ってくれたことが嬉しくて、こんな私にありがとうと言ってくれる存在が嬉しくて、私は涙が止まらなくなった。ありがとう。私も嬉しい。ありがとう。そしてユージもありがとう。私生きていて本当によかった。今私 私は救われたような気がします。いろいろなことがありました。いろいろなことに悩んだり、自分で自分を苦しめたりもして、決して穏やかだったとは言えない人生だったけれど、それでも決して悪い人生ではなかったなと思えるのは、きっとあなたが私と一緒にいてくれたからだと、今改めてそう思うのです。だから心からありがとうとあなたに言いたくて、今私もそちらへ参ります。そうしたらまたいじめてくれるねえ、ユージ。
Oh, you know it.
おばあちゃん、どうしたの？泣いてるの？なんだ、おばあちゃん笑ってるのね。よかったね、おばあちゃん。おばあちゃん、寝ちゃったの？
Oh, she passed away right there.
孫の声が少しずつ遠くなる。見上げた青い空には白い雲。まるで手が届きそうなその雲の隙間に、懐かしい美浜の制服を着たあの人が、あの頃の若い姿のまま私を待ってくれていた。その姿に年がいもなく大声を上げて泣きそうになる私を見て、あの人はいつもの不器用な笑顔で笑ってくれた。あまねと呼ぶあの人の声に、私は手を伸ばす。握り返したあの人の手は、あの頃のまま、とても温かい手をしていた。それがとても嬉しくて、その手を取った瞬間、私はこれで全てが許されたのだと、はっきりとそう感じた。
We good? I fucking stopped crying and my eyes fucking hurting from the fucking tears shits. I don't even care if I'm hitting my microphone. You guys have to fucking deal with that shit. Wow. I don't remember, I know I don't remember, like, crying during Machina's route, because, like, that ending wasn't, like, it was emotional, but not like this. Oof. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Hey, it's censoring it for me. Whew. Fucking sweet. Wait a minute. Why didn't it didn't I have to like fucking censor like a Machina nipple in the last credit roll. Oh, god damn it. I'm like standing up right now. I'm not even sitting in my chair because I'm just like, you know, I don't know, man. Ugh. That ending though, that was a good one. I don't know, it's not like hard to make me cry, but like, I feel like when I start crying at the end of something, you know it's kind of, at least emotional for me. I don't even care about, you're a loser, you're crying during a fucking novelty. Fuck you. I have a heart. I have a soul. As black and beaten as it is, I still have one, damn it. Oh fuck, aren't we gonna have like an ending thing after this? Wait, was there an ending thing after the other thing? Oh! What would the ending thing be? Hey! I don't have to censor that either. This is bullshit. Why did I get the... Oh my god. In terms, I actually did like this route a lot, to be honest with you. It let my mind go crazy in terms of theories and such. It introduced fucking Kazami Yuji, or Kazami Kazuki, occupation student, the original occupation student. Only for Yuji to get that title later down the line. It had just a crazy background. You know. And, like, Machina's background was still crazy, but, like, this is, like, a whole new level. Like, Machina, spoiler alert, she, like, you know, watched her dad die in front of her and then decompose like weeks in front of her, or was it like days? Some like, crap, I don't know the exact numbers. Look at all those people that hate people. But like this having a survival situation like this happen and having to survive with minimal anything for 2 weeks in a fucking jungle. And then seeing how drastically everything goes down. Oh, thank God it skipped the CG of the teacher and the Sakashita and the glaive. I think I'm good. I think I'm good for tonight. No more recording tonight. It's done. It's over. I did my duty for the day. Now I know a lot of people didn't like Amane as a character, but you know, I feel like they should still give it a shot. You know, they'll get to experience the story, and I feel like this is definitely one of those series where you need to know all the routes or to continue on with the series to understand completely everything that's going on. Are we good? Whoa, where am I going? Am I going to heaven too? Please, take me. That's all I want. Just floating in the sky. This is literally me looking up at the sky. That's all I'm doing. This is my life now. I don't know, man. Oh, okay. Okay. Just fucking end it right there, huh? You got me one last time, game. Ain't gonna happen again. No, it's gonna happen again. Guaranteed. Whew. It's just gonna go to fucking intro screen. You already know. I think I'm just gonna lay in bed for a little bit. Contemplate my life. Everything. Oh man. You're hearing me like lean on my fucking desk. Because I'm just like, ugh. I'm done, man. It's over. Well, I'm not done. I still got a long ways to go. Oh, let me just take a nice little stretch here. I still like how all of them have their own, like, ending themes and stuff. Michiru's ending theme is named Skip. What was it? Was it Tell Me Something? Oh my god, Blizzard. Holograph. The fuck? Fucking tuna fish beautiful. We haven't seen Tuna Fish Man in a long time. I hope we never see him ever again. She was, pissed me off. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Because I did. Like I said, definitely enjoyed it. You know? It was definitely worth, going through hell and back for. And people keep telling me, oh, you thought that was bad. Just you wait. It's gonna get worse. That's all I hear. Every time. Oh, here it comes. Yeah, there it is. Now you guys are probably wondering, who am I gonna do next? Well, I let you guys decide this last time, so I'm gonna decide this time. And I've dropped some hints down the line. If you guys picked up on it, you guys could probably guess. But next time, new route. It always feels like a new series straight up when I go to a new route, because it's just so crazy. But yes, new route next time, and I'll see you all then.